This video is regarding update to the Java editor, this which uses AI to predict the version of Java needed to run a particular code. So in this one, I made some changes to the UI as well as added some more options. For example, now we have a run option now with against JDK or against AI. So even against AI, we can run to see what is the output that AI is predicting versus what is the output that actual JDK does. And these options I have added to register as JDK. So when you are predicting, your AI model is predicting lots of Java versions for a particular feature. If it started at Java 10, then you need to have Java 10 installed on your machine for testing this feature against JDK. Then suppose something is there which is in Java 11, then similarly you need to have the Java 11. So let me restart the application. So if I go to this one, so right now the only Olama model that I have in my local is Llama 3.2. So I'm testing it against that only. So if I go back to this, I'll refresh this. So right now there are no registered JDKs. I will register this Java 11. In my local currently I have Java 11 and Java 23, but I tested Llama 3.2 with some of the Java code that is supported with Java 23, but it was not able to predict that correctly. So maybe because the Java version, sorry, maybe because it's not trained on the data of for Java 23, so it is predicting Java 11 or some other versions. So if I go to this, I'll say JDK version 11, and the path is this one. Register, it got registered. Now this is the default code I will be using these two codes. So the first one here you can see it uses a wire, so this should tell me Java 11, and the second example it's just using streams. Even this is using streams, so because along with the streams we have a var being used here, we should get a Java 11 response from the AI, and in this case we should get Java 8 because this is the minimum version needed for running this, and this is the Java 11 is the minimum version needed for running this. So let me run this one first. So first time when you're hitting, it takes time because the AI model is initializing. Now Llama, okay, it looks like the AI is predicting wrong version. Java it is required because of the use of the wire. So this is wrong. I encountered this issue sometimes. So in that case, what I used to do is just recheck it. Yeah, now it predicted the correct version, and the reason is the wire keyword. And it also has unit switch expression, which I'm not using here, but at least it corrected the version. So now I can run it against JDK 11. So if I run this code, this is the output. I'm doing system output of hello and this list, and we can also test run against AI. So see, this is the output that the AI predicted. This is similar. Let me go back to this one. This will be more flexible because since we are testing against actual JDK, we'll be able to capture the errors also. So if I run this, see it cannot find symbol or is undefined. So, let's test this against AI if it can figure out or not. So no, AI is not able to figure that one of the import we are missing. So it was able to get the output. And for running against JDK, you can see if I go to the code base, in the public folder, it creates whatever code I am sending from the UI. This was the last code that I sent, but this would have not got compiled. So this compiled Java class is from the corrected version. I won't be able to open it in VS Code because it is a binary file. But yeah, this one we can see. So if we fix that, we'll be again able to test it. And after running this, if I go back, here you can see that import got added in this one. This was recompiled, so it was running. Okay, so going back, I'll test the other code, but I don't have a Java 8 in my local to run it. So I'll just test the needed version part. So if I go to this one doesn't have a where in this code, so this should give me Java 8. So it's 1.8. Java 8 is required because it introduces Steam API, which is used. After that pop-up goes, you can see the reasoning here also. So at this point, and the version gets printed here. So if I try to run against JDK 11, it will say JDK version 11 is not registered. But yeah, even if you don't have JDK 11, you can always test this against AI. So AI will try to predict the output, and yes, this will be the output. So DEF, since it was not compiled, you can check there is no DEF class in the public directory. Only the ABC was compiled because that had a valid JDK installed in my machine. So yeah, that's it for this video. If any other changes are added, we'll post it. And also regarding the first time that it got it wrong regarding the version, I think it's because the Llama 2 that I'm using is still not a bigger model. If I go to llama.com, I go to models. This Llama 3.2 I'm using, and you can see I'm using this 3 billion one, and this is just 2 GB in size, so it's not having sufficient data. In comparison, if I go to 3.1, this has more powerful models with a bigger size. So for example, this 8 billion is 4.7 GB. So this is its lowest. 3.1 lowest itself is 4.7 GB, and highest is 229 GB. So against these models, the version prediction will be correct. But in case of demo for demonstration, since I'm using it in my local machine with an 8 GB RAM and no GPU, so I cannot use these powerful models. So that I'm getting some inconsistent results sometimes. But yeah, many times it predict correct also. Maybe apart from where if we have more usage of Java 11 features, it will get it correct every time. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'll update any other updates are coming to this one, and I will be sharing the repo link in the description. You can use that.